Hi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Jerry.
And we are the Military Collectibles Shop.
Welcome to another edition of What's New at the Military Collectibles Shop. It's been a little bit since we've been able to see you. So, hey, good to see you. Mark even got a haircut for the occasion.
Yeah.
Which one did you get cut?
The couple that were left.
And they charged you for that, huh? Yeah, I should talk. But at least I don't have the Flowbee. Mark II has the Flowbee.
The Flowbee?
Yep, that's where you hook up your vacuum cleaner to your clippers and it sucks your hair and cuts it all in one fell swoop.
Wow. Oh, nice.
Whatever. We all learned a little something over the pandemic. Okay, so yeah, we got some cool stuff. It's been a little bit. We're getting ready to go to the show of shows. At least half of us are.
Yeah.
So, Mark isn't able to go this time, but that's okay. He'll be there in spirit and possibly in puppet form. Because I hate to drink alone. I can hold my own against a puppet. Yeah.
I don't see the video of the puppet vomiting again this year.
I'll hold his hair back. Yeah, so anyways, we'll be going to the show of shows. Me and a couple of the other guys from the shop, so that's okay. Mark will be holding down the fort here. So if you haven't been to the show of shows, we do highly recommend going at least some point in your life. It is kind of a mecca trip for the military collector. It's a massive show. They had to move the date up this year in January, which I'm not real psyched about.
Yeah, because it's the middle of our winter. And,
yeah, not that February is all that much better. Well, I'm actually hoping it'll be colder than stormier.
Yeah.
So, because a couple times we've hit some pretty bad storms going through Indiana. Yeah, but it is what it is. I feel bad for all you guys driving up through the mountains. You know, because it's about 7-8 hours for us to head down there. You know, but some of these guys, you know, from the southern eastern place are like, you know, oh, it only took me 17 hours to drive through the mountains. And I'm like, ooh, that sounds like fun.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what the mountains are like at
yeah, it's bad enough for us having to go through Chicago. Oh well, but yeah, go to the show of shows if you can. It's a fantastic show. If you're looking for anything, let me know what you're looking for. You know, I'll keep an eye out for you. There is so much stuff there, and you know, and some people complain, oh, everything's overpriced. Well, yeah, if you only look at the overpriced stuff. It's kind of like, you know, going to bar and saying, well, yeah, all the girls are fat and ugly. Well, you haven't sat at the bar long enough. Okay.
One of the things I do when I go to the show, one of the lessons I learned is that if you find something, you swoop down on it. You don't go, let me write this address down and I'll come back for it.
I'll think about it.
It was like, if you thought it was good, somebody else would think it was a good. One year at a show, there was I happened to collect Gebirgsjäger stuff. There was a Gebirgsjäger tunic, and I asked to see it, and I was holding it, and I was like, I really like this. And so then I called Jerry, and there's a guy standing next to me, and you know, I was like, I didn't pay him any attention to him, and then Jerry comes, and he holds it, and he's looking at it, and he says, let me call one of my other friends. I was like, you know, and then it's like, okay, I'll buy this. And then notice the one guy walks away. Anyways, I bought it, and as I'm walking away, that other guy comes up to me and he says, you know, I looked at that and I was coming back to buy it. And I was like, but I didn't tell the guy I was coming back to buy it. And so I was waiting for you to put it down. I was like, oh. So if you find something you like, buy it.
Yeah. Don't
come back. And it was like, I've done that in the past, and it was like, oh yeah.
I was looking for a horseman's badge one time for an SS tunic. I've got a cavalry tunic, and same thing. I looked at like 4 different badges because I wanted to find a really nice one. You know how many were left when I was ready to make my choice? 0. And it's weird because with so many tables, you think like, oh, there's got to be, like one year Mark was looking for a German overcoat. You think there'd be a German overcoat in the whole frickin' building?
Yeah, you know, you would think that there would be hundreds of them. I mean, there's probably hundreds of German paratrooper helmets. Why wouldn't there be hundreds of overcoats? And I was like, wow. But I think the following year was like there seemed to be a ton of overcoats.
Yeah.
Everybody must have been thinking.
And that's kind of how it goes. You know, it's a weird show. Every year the show has a different flavor, different vibe, different stuff is selling. Like one year flags are hot. One year we sold every Japanese bayonet we brought.
Helmets one year, and it was like we're selling out all the helmets, and it was like, well, they're not touching the flags, any swords now.
Right.
You know, it's like everybody like switched.
Yeah.
And,
it's always interesting to see what's going to be hot this year. So if you have any tips on what's going to be hot or what you want us to bring, let us know in the comments. You know.
well, the other thing that, okay, I used to collect a lot of badges, and what I do is ask about the return policy. And if you're unsure of it, or if you are sure of it, but you know, you ask about the return policy, and if they're not gonna return it, you know, it's like I'd stay away from them. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's a few times where you know, it's like I was gonna buy this, but no, they all sales final, and it was like, well. It's like,
Yeah. Not all dealers are as honest as your friends Jerry and Mark. Yeah. We have a 100% happiness guarantee. We want you to be happy with the item. We don't want to sell crap. You know?
You know, it's like, you know, sometimes we still get things that we discover are bad afterwards. We don't sell them off as originals. It's like,
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's one of the things about the hobby. That, you know, there's still a lot of fakes. And if you have any questions on anything, you know, while we're there, or at least, well, I'm there, I can always text Mark too. You know, he's good at that too. But, you know, if you got a question on something, feel free to run it by us. You know, I mean, our opinions are just like everybody else's. You know, we put our pants on both legs at a time. And, you know, but I'm always happy to give an opinion. You know, some dealers are like, well, whose is this? They don't want to offend anybody. I'm not worried about offending anybody.
yeah.
I actually had to write a letter to a fairly famous dealer about a piece that was bad, and he wanted to know why. And he was very cordial about, very professional, very cordial about it. You know, and I basically got a hold of the guy who wrote the book on these things to back up what I was saying, and we put forth our argument, and you know, he was fine with that. You know, good dealers want to know. They want to learn, why is this one fake? What makes this one bad? Because there are collectorisms that, you know, sometimes things get labeled as fake that might not be. You know, every once in a while, you know, rumors and myths permeate the hobby. You know, like for a while, people were talking about the German Panzer ID flags with the Balkan cross. Hi, Rick. And they were saying that those were fake. But we've gotten enough of those direct from veterans to know that they weren't fake. Now, why very little photographic evidence of them being used ever turned up, I don't know. I have my own personal feeling is that I don't think Hitler thought they were Nazi enough. You know, because it's just got the Balkan cross on it. I think he wanted them to have that swastika on it. You know, so I'll bet he said, nah, we're not using those.
Yeah, that could be.
You know, but then some pictures turned up, you know, being used at kind of the end of the war. So, but it's stuff like that. So you have to balance out, you know, real, fake, real. But if you have any questions, you know, we're happy to offer an opinion. We might be able to point you to somebody who knows more than we do. So, all right, enough about that. But if you can go to the show of shows, go to the show of shows. Stop by our tables. We usually fly our freak flag, so you can try to find us that way. I look like this. Might be wearing this exact shirt. But stop by and say hi. Love meeting all of you. It's great to put a face with a name. You know, especially you guys who leaves us those thumbs down. Come on down and tell us you're the thumbs down guy.
Yeah.
Okay, but so we'll share with you. Oh, and get ice cream while you're there too. They have really good ice cream. Take the time, get the ice cream, sit down, eat it, enjoy it. It's fantastic. Okay, so let's look at some of the stuff we got, because that's why you're here. You're not just here to hear us babble.
All right. We got a group of things that came from an 11th Airborne guy that was in the war, but he was also in occupation duty after the war. So this is kind of a unique bunch of stuff. And let's start with, oh, I like this.
Sure.
It's a Belgian FN 1922 pistol, and it has capture papers. So, you know, this is probably taken off of a Japanese officer who purchased this, you know, private purchased this pistol. But it's interesting because, you know, it's nothing special, but it's that's where it came from. Oh, this would be real common in Europe, but in Japan, you know, it's like, so that's kind of cool. And I did check to make sure it wasn't loaded.
It's in really nice shape too.
Oh yeah, it's, you know, there's like virtually, you know, very little wear to it. Really nice.
All right, some of the insignia we got, and I'm just going to show you a smattering of it because it's kind of, you know, redundant. You know, we didn't get any jump jackets or anything like that, but some loose insignia. The paratrooper patch and the 11th Airborne patches. What was cool though is we got a couple jump wings with the jump ovals, and this one's kind of neat because it's a hollow back Meyer, which is kind of cool, and sterling. And this one's actually one of the Japanese-made Sendai marked ones from 1946. So they were made, you know, right away. The Japanese were pretty industrious about getting stuff out and selling them to the GIs. So just a couple nice wings and some kind of cool insignia. And actually, even this paratrooper badge is kind of neat because it's a little smaller than the usual. Of course, it could have shrunk, I guess. But I don't know. It's kind of neat.
Maybe.
Always a fan of Airborne stuff.
Signed Japanese flags are always popular, and I'm sure the guys that signed this Japanese flag, they were members of the 11th Airborne.
Yeah, that's cool. And it's nice to see that these kind of flags are kind of coming into their own now. Believe it or not, there was a time when like collectors would actually try to wash the signatures out of flags. You know, especially with the German flags. You know, the German collectors didn't like the flags with GI's names on them, and the GI collectors didn't like the German flag. So it was kind of a weird time. Thankfully, we appreciated it even back then.
You know, so this has like addresses, and
we should write to these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. But we could probably see what, you know, if they were all in the 11th Airborne. That'd be cool to find out. All right, this is another kind of cool Fort Benning Airborne School magazine. Just kind of a neat period book, you know, with a lot of the stuff that the Airborne guys did. I hadn't seen this one before, so kind of neat to see some great pictures.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, my brother was stationed down in Fort Benning for a while, so I got to see the jump towers that they jump out of.
You got another signed Japanese flag. This one was signed by Japanese people. You know, so it's like we're actually trying to have it translated to see if there's anything of any importance or interest in there.
Shout out to Sean. A bunch of pictures of the the guy in Japan hanging out. Oh, some geisha girls. Geisha girl's mom. I don't know, some other guys. Oh, this is cool. He's on a motorcycle. I wonder what kind of bike that is. Can't see, but motorcycle pics are always good. Yeah, a bunch of photos.
I got a stripper clip of 6.5 Japanese special bullets were made out of wood for dealing with vampires. You know, I'm sure they're important.
Anyways, a bunch of paperwork, some other Japanese occupation books, letters, kind of the usual stuff that we find in groupings.
Korean language guide, Japanese language guide, greatest prayer.
Yeah, prayer books are always neat to find.
More English, Japanese phrase books.
This is actually kind of fun. This is an electric seam creaser. We could make our shirts all snazzy.
Ooh,
with
that would be nice.
crisp seams. Let me plug in that thing. All right, this is actually really cool. Can't get it out of the box. It's cool that it came in its box. Oh, there's it. You got the top. There you go. So this is like a Japanese organizational flag. And what it actually translates to is the Kyoto Kimono Tailors Association. So kind of a neat organizational flag, especially like the giant moth up on top. May or may not have something to do with Mothra.
And the box is full of stuff too.
So it's got the flagpole, the multi-piece flagpole with the finial, that screws in.
Oh, it looks like a tassel too.
Yeah, there's a sword knot in here too.
Oh, look at that.
Where's the sword?
Did we check the bag to see if there's a sword in the bag? That would be something, wouldn't it?
It's a tripod stand for the flagpole. And some chopsticks.
Ooh.
But okay, so yeah, not a samurai unit flag, but kind of a neat flag, and it might be worth looking into to see if the Kyoto Kimono Tailors Association still exists.
Oh yeah, maybe they would be interested.
They might be interested in filing a claim with the State Department. No. I'm sure this was purchased legally, not a war trophy at all. All right. Speaking of flags, this is actually really cool. It's a Luftwaffe car pennant. So these would be for Luftwaffe officers. Colonel Klink would have had one. Two-sided. So basically, if they were coming or going, And it's nice because it still actually has the mounting pole. A lot of times the poles are missing. And not that it is, but the pole's painted in Ordnance tan. So I'm not saying this is Africa Corps, but the Africa Corps did use Ordnance tan as well.
Yeah.
So I can't say it's not Africa Corps with 100% certainty. But it's a cool flag.
And if you had the bracket already on your car, you could just slip that on.
And that gets you free parking at the
Waffle House?
The Luftwaffe House. All right. Oh yeah. Oh, you did those.
Yeah.
Okay. We get a bunch of these, but it's one of those things. Wauwatosa Airborne is a World War II civil defense. Wauwatosa is a city here near Milwaukee. Yeah, decent. It's nice when you find them identified to a city. This is kind of cool.
Wow.
This is a sextant.
Oh.
I think it's a sextant.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It's a statometer, but it's a sextant type of, I don't know how to come out. Shout out to Tim Sextant, our musician friend from up in Minnesota.
Ta-da!
Cool. Now point it at the stars and find our way home. This is part of a cool collection that we got. The guy's, one of his relatives was in the Merchant Marine. So he collected a lot of Merchant Marine related things. Like we got a Merchant Marine hat, the Merchant Marine sextant, a book on the SS Robert Peary, which was a prefabricated Merchant Marine ship. A lot of other books and things dealing with the Merchant Marine Cadet Corps, Sea Project, basically how to build one of the Liberty ships. A lot of information on that. Some cool books, about the American Merchant Marine and the war. Merchant Marine. There were some cool ones I'm trying to find. I mean, they're all kind of cool, but there are some that I found particularly interesting. Well, this will give you an example. Because as some of you know, although I have my first book still available on the history of the United States service flags, I'm working on book 2, which is all the other flags of World War I and World War II from the home front. And so in this collection, there was a lot of flag related things, like the shipbuilding, Ship for Victory flags, and the Maritime Award flags for production and shipbuilding. These are actually from the actual, when they would award the flags. These are brochures, programs, that's the word I'm looking for. Program, get your program. And this one happens to be from the Ajax Iron Works. But there's a couple different ones. But great graphics and really cool images of some of these flags. There's actually some flags that I hadn't seen before that are pictured in some of these. So I'll be going through and scanning those to incorporate into my next book. Volume 2, tentatively titled
Book 2?
Book 2. Now I have a title. I have a cover. And it's mostly done. I'm about 80% done with it, so. Anywhere that's good.
Okay. And you want me to take the old?
Yeah, thank you. Awesome.
Have a nice night.
Yeah, you too. Stay warm. All right. So, tentatively titled, I can picture the cover.
Flags.
Fun with flags. Yeah. No, it's a good title.
Okay.
It like.
Mysteries of the lost
wasn't-
world of flags.
I was like. It was either like keep them flying, something, 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 or something about the colors. I don't know.
Wow.
I have it. I'll edit
So
this.
so look for that title.
Oh yeah. Available wherever fine books are sold.
Okay, now that he's been promoting his mystery book.
Right. Ooh. People love a good teaser. All right. So again, if you're at the show, stop by, say hi. I'd love to see you. Mark will be here.
Yeah, if you're not by the show and you happen to be here, I'll say hi to you.
Yeah, come see Mark. You can always call him. He loves that.
Yeah. Especially when the shop is full of people.
Yeah, nothing like being knee deep in people and having a line of phone calls. Hey, but there are worse problems to have.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that's all I have
Yeah.
for now. We've been working on the shop. We're trying to rearrange and do some different things. So hopefully we'll be able to get a shop tour together for you soon. Once we kind of finish with the rearranging now, and show you the shop. So. But thanks for coming along for the ride. We appreciate having you here. We appreciate you watching. And leave a comment. Be sure to subscribe. Visit our website. Always every week we put new stuff on. We got another couple boxes that just got posted. So always stuff new on the website. Remember to sort by newest, so you'll see the newest stuff. Funny how that works. But yeah, and let us know if you're looking for anything in particular, because we got more stuff than we know what to do with. So we'd love to send some of it to you.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, until next time, I'm Jerry,
And I'm Mark.
and we are the Military Collectibles Shop.
Caldo, N.